like button. Every breath you take, every move that Gene Deal kneecaps make, we are going to be watching you, dude. Salute the celebrity scandalous. First in the building during survival. We gotta smash that like button. Can't you see, Gene Dill, that your kneecaps belong to me? I can't believe this. This is breaking news. You talked about this man for all these years. And allegedly, Diddy is your biological son. Oh my God. Man, that like button. Everybody smash that like button, guys. We are back and we are surviving Gene Dill's kneecaps. And we are surviving Gene Dill, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, allegedly is Diddy's real biological father. Pure survival. And I made sure I did some homework, Gene Dill. We're going to blow out the freak off candles first during survival. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm sorry. As soon as I got the information, I just bursted out crying. Because after all these years that Gene Dill and Gene Dill's kneecaps been exposing Diddy, all his dark and sick behavior during survival, and somebody close to Miss Janice Combs, Diddy Glover's freak-off mother, no disrespect, pure survival, but they're saying that Diddy's mom was the freak-off ringleader during survival. And then we got Gene Dill, and Gene Dill's kneecaps was just on the Peacock series last night. Pure Bible. And I'm not going to lie. Gene Dill was not recanting his stories. Pure Bible. When I saw Gene Dill on the Peacock series, I felt like I was still watching YouTube. Pure Bible. So Gene Dill said everything on the surviving, what is it, the making of a bad boy? Gene Dill said everything that he's been saying on YouTube for the last 10 years during survival. So he never recanted his story. But the only thing that Gene Dill or Gene Dill's kneecaps did not say, that there was a possibility, allegedly, that he's Diddy's biological father. This is going to break the internet. This is why Diddy was so afraid of you. Gene Dill said that Diddy knew not to talk back to him, pure survival. He allegedly used to slap his mom around and call her Susan, but he never did that to Gene Dill or did that to Gene Dill's kneecaps. And Gene Dill, I went and did some research. You said this out of your own mouth, pure survival.
I could have been Puff's step daddy.
You could have been Puff. Y'all know how Gene Dill and Gene Dill's kneecaps say Puff. He don't call him Diddy. He don't call him Puff Daddy. He just say Puff, Puff. This motherfucker admitted it right here. Pure Bible.
Gene Dill, I could have been Puff's step daddy.
And out of nowhere, Janice Combs and people close to her is saying she don't know why Gene Dill and Gene Dill's kneecaps keep trying to expose her son and her dark secrets when Gene Dill allegedly got me pregnant in a freak off and we gave birth to Diddy Glover. Oh my God. Guys, as hard as it for me to believe that a father would sit here and be denying Diddy all these years and trying to pretty much put an end to Diddy Glover and Gene Dill. And I'm looking at Gene's face, pure survival, and I'm looking at Diddy. They kind of resemble. Oh my God. They kind of resemble. You see the gray beard, Pills of Bible. How Diddy got the gray beard, Gene Deal got the gray beard too. And y'all remember when Diddy always had that gray spot in the top of his head right here, Pills of Bible. You know how Diddy would have the gray spot? Gene Deal got the same gray spot. Oh my God. And then he's gonna say he could have been my stepson. Not what Miss Janice Combs is saying, Gene Deal. Gene Deal, Miss Janice Combs is saying that you buttered her biscuit, allegedly, in a freak off and gave birth to Diddy Glover. Bible.
Gene Deal, I could have been Puff's step daddy.
Wow.
Gene Deal, I could have been Puff's step daddy.
Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that is a possibility that Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps is Diddy's biological father. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think that they look alike. Pierce her Bible. But I told y'all that gray spot that Diddy had on his head, he got right there. Pierce her Bible. Even Janice Combs, Miss Janice Combs said that Diddy got Gene Deal's kneecaps. And you know, sometimes females be like, oh, he looked just like you. Or she got your hands. Oh, she looked. His mom, Janice Combs, said that Diddy got Gene Deal's kneecaps. So I don't know how he must got Gene Deal's kneecaps. How Gene Deal's kneecaps was in the 90s. The way he be dancing around and shit like that. He got Gene Deal's kneecaps, the younger version. You know what I'm saying? This is wow. Why is this man telling on his own son? This is crazy. Salute to the lounge in the building. We are surviving Gene Deal allegedly being Diddy's biological father, sweetheart. This is crazy. We got to call Maury Povich. And this is my thing, Gene Deal. If you really is Diddy's father, why are you trying to expose Jay-Z for Jay-Z not being there for his biological father? Pure Bible. You ain't got no room to talk about Jay-Z.
Is claiming to be his son. His mother was 15 when she conceived him and had him at 16. And Jay refused to do a blood test or anything like that.
So if Jay-Z refused to take a blood test, Gene Deal, you and your kneecaps is going to take a blood test for Diddy Glover. Pure survival. Salute to Jimmy Trice. Jimmy Trice just hit that super chat and said, look just like him. Pops, cooking oil, son, baby oil. Oh my God. And I think they do look alike. You know what I'm saying? Miss Janice Combs is saying that the reason why Gene Deal been trying to expose Diddy and her a weird relationship, she said that because Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps is jealous of her and Diddy's relationship. That he always wanted a relationship, like a father-son relationship, but Gene Deal is still mad at her. Miss Janice Combs said Gene Deal is mad at her because she didn't tell him that allegedly he was Diddy's biological father until Diddy was in the industry. Till Diddy was probably like 24, 25 years old. Pure survival. While he was working for him. You know what I'm saying? This is why. Remember Gene Deal said that him and Diddy broke up, like their relationship over his mom. Come to find out, it was because allegedly Gene Deal is the father of Diddy. And Diddy's father was supposed to have been dead. They've been lying to us ever since. This is crazy. Salute to Teresa, just hit that super chat. Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? Salute to the Golden Queen, just hit that super chat. Pure survival. Gene Deal, we are going to figure this out. Miss Janice said that you mad because she had a better relationship with Diddy than you did. But for you to talk about Jay-Z not being there for his son, and you've been neglecting and denying, allegedly being Diddy's father? This is crazy.
Is claiming to be his son. His mother was 15 when she conceived him and had him at 16. And Jay refused to do a blood test or anything like that. And all of a sudden, when this has gotten real big, and Tony Bugsby had taken the kid's case, the kid just got arrested for having a gun in his car, I think like that. Did you hear something about that? That the kid got arrested for having a gun in his car, and when they go and watch the tape, somebody was planting a gun in the kid's car.
Wow. So Gene Deal, now you need to take a test for Diddy then. You know what I mean? You said that you could have been his stepfather.
Gene Deal, I could have been Puff's step daddy.
Wow. So after all this time, Gene Deal been saying, we must go through the relationship receipts of what Gene Deal said about Miss Janice. You said that she was making advances at you. You never said that allegedly that you clapped Miss Janice's cheeks
When you're worse
during survival. Diddy's mom is saying allegedly that you clapped her cheeks and got her pregnant while in a freak off. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. And you said she was just trying to come on to you, Gene Deal.
Did you see the IG live that Puffy and his mom did? And Puffy, he was shouting out Mason, showing him love for, you know, him being a part of the No Way Out album. And, you know, his mom, she cut it in, and, you know, I guess she didn't like him shouting out Mace, and she made a comment telling Mace stop messing with her son or whatever.
I guess Mama wasn't feeling Mace. And Mace is a celebrity. And by him having a platform to say something about her son, you know, she would say that.
So why didn't you say that allegedly he could have been yours? You talking about Miss Janice, her son. She's saying allegedly Diddy is both of y'all sons. I mean, this is wild.
He didn't say my name. She didn't say anything about, and you too, Gene Deal. And maybe because she might still find me sexy.
Did you hear this? Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps said that Diddy Glover's mother, Miss Janice, still find him sexy during survival. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think the Gene Deal buttered Miss Janice biscuit, pure survival. Knock the dust off of that stuffing. Look at him. He says she still find him to be sexy.
Because I'm not a celebrity, I don't have a platform, and he didn't say my name. She didn't say anything about, and you too, Gene Deal. And maybe because she might still find me sexy.
Wow.
She says she looking.
Wow. So then why didn't you and Miss Janice, Gene Deal, if this is true, pure survival, why didn't you get back with her? You've been exposing her being at these freak-offs with your son, allegedly, pure survival, participating with him as a father, Gene. You should have intervened during survival. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gave us this fake story that Diddy dad died, and then now we come to find out it was you, Gene Deal, and your kneecaps? This is crazy. Salute the celebrity scandalous in the building, guys. Make sure y'all go subscribe to her channel. Like I said, Celebrity Scandalous, Pure Survival, has great content. You know what I'm saying? Gene Deal probably didn't want to pay that child support. Wow, for Diddy. He probably worked for Diddy for free. Damn, you know what, Celebrity Scandalous? I didn't even think about that. Gene Deal didn't want to pay the child support, so he was paying child support out of working for Diddy Glover. Wow.
He didn't say my name. She didn't say anything about, and you too, Gene Deal. And maybe because she might still find me sexy.
Wow.
She says she looking.
Wow.
What you mean by that? His mom was trying to talk to you back then?
I don't wanna.
And he being disrespectful. Shout out to Art of Dialogue. Art of Dialogue said, Gene Deal, why did you say she still finds you sexy? You know what I mean? He said, would she try to, get with you back in the day? He going to say, I don't want her. This is sad, especially if Miss Janice is saying that y'all conceived Diddy allegedly at a freak off. So you just dumped her off like that? This is crazy. Salute to Mac Crazy. Just hit that. No, Mac Crazy is one of the motherfucking members. Shout out to her. Salute to all my members in the building. Mac Crazy in the building. Listen, this is sad that Gene Deal neglected his family.
You too, Gene Deal. And maybe because she might still find me sexy. She says she looking.
What you mean by that? His mom was trying to talk to you back then?
I don't wanna.
Wow.
What? What? That's how we fell out, bruh. That's how we fell out.
So he admit him and Diddy fell out over his mother. Miss Janice and people close to her is saying the reason why they fell out because Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps was jealous of her and Diddy's relationship. This is why they fell out, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Gene Deal, we feel so deceited that you would do this and not share with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is wow. And you know when Gene Deal get mad, that motherfucker get mad. So that sound like he got like Diddy had some of his anger issues. Pure survival. You know what I mean? And I told y'all when I was watching the Peacock series last night, watching Gene Deal on there, it seemed like I was watching him on YouTube. Only difference was I was waiting for Gene Deal to burst out and say, Teresa is a member, y'all. Hey, Teresa is a member, y'all. Hey, that's the only thing Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps didn't do on the Peacock series. This is why they fell out. This is sad.
Gene Deal. And maybe because she might still find me sexy. She says she looking.
What you mean by that? His mom was trying to talk to you back then?
I don't want her. What? What? That's how we fell out, bruh. That's how we fell out. You don't know.
See, that's why I had to do my homework to find out. So he admitting that's how him and Diddy fell out over Miss Janice. You know what I'm saying? And Miss Janice allegedly is saying that Gene Deal was exposing her and Diddy's inappropriate relationship because he was mad because he didn't have a relationship with Diddy and he was jealous of their relationship. Miss Janice would not just say this for no reason, Gene Deal. So I don't know if you Diddy's real father, but this shit is kind of crazy. Listen to this shit.
For him, man, we got a lot to get into, man. Diddy mom, she came out defending her son, man. How you feel about that? She made a comment saying that he's not a monster.
I guess this is my newfound career, so I'm going to say what on my mind and what I think, brother. First of all, that's his mother. Wrong, right, or indifferent, she going to lie, steal, kill, and protect her child.
And if that's true, right, why aren't you lying and stealing and protecting your child, Gene Deal? This is crazy. If you allegedly Diddy father all this time, pure survival, that's going to blow my mind, Gene Deal. You saying that she's just taking up for Diddy. Why aren't you taking up for your son? This is crazy, guys. We are surviving Gene Deal, possibly, allegedly, being Diddy's biological father. This shit is nuts. Y'all gotta like that button. Hit that like button and share this video.
Her son, man, how you feel about that? She made a comment.
Hold up, what did he say?
My guy, Gene Deal, happy to have you back on the platform, man. We got a lot to get into, man. Diddy mom, she came out defending her son, man. How you feel about that? She made a comment saying that he's not a monster.
I guess this is my newfound career, so I'm going to say what on my mind and what I think, brother. First of all, that's his mother. Wrong, right, or indifferent, she going to lie, steal, kill, and protect her child. That's what she's supposed to do. But the apple don't fall far from the tree, man. You got to realize that. You know, he didn't get all this from his daddy because he didn't know his daddy, even though...
Wow, did you hear this? Gene Deal said the apple don't fall too far from the freak off tree. Pure survival. And he said that Diddy got all his sick shit from his mother. He didn't get it from his father. You know what I mean? Because he didn't have his father. But Miss Janice and people close to her allegedly saying that you've been trying to put her son in trouble, knowing that allegedly you are his biological father. Gene, I had to go through these receipts, pure Bible. She said you're jealous of their relationship. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's starting to sound like. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen how you try to say Diddy didn't have his father. When you was the father the whole time, this is crazy.
Mother. Wrong, right, or indifferent, she gonna lie, steal, kill, and protect her child. That's what she's supposed to do. But the apple don't fall far from the tree, man. You gotta realize that. You know, he didn't get all this from his daddy because he didn't know his daddy, even though they try to say his daddy was some big-time drug dealer in the whole 9 yards. You understand? He didn't get this from his daddy. You gotta realize, man, you know, his mother had a modeling agent.
And pay attention to what he just said. He said they're trying to say that his dad was a big time drug dealer. Why did Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps just say that? Like as if he didn't believe that Diddy's real father, whoever it is, was a big time drug dealer. Pure survival. Why did he make that statement? Like he knew who Diddy's biological father was. Y'all got to get them likes up, guys. This is wow.
The apple don't fall far from the tree, man. You got to realize that. You know, he didn't get all this from his daddy because he didn't know his daddy, even though they try to say his daddy was some big time drug dealer in the whole 9 yards. You understand? He didn't get this from his daddy. You got to realize, man, you know, his mother had a modeling agency, and it was alleged that it was also ladies of the night, a prostitution ring too.
Wow. See, so he exposing Diddy's mom having a freak off ring while he was growing up, pure survival. They saying, why is Gene Deal and Gene Deal's clip-on kneecaps sitting there trying to defend Diddy's father that's allegedly supposed to have been passed away already? You see how he's like, it wasn't Gene Deal, it wasn't his real father. He didn't get it from that. Are you defending your own kneecaps, Gene? This is wow. Why didn't you could have just told us, Gene Deal, pure survival. Just because you allegedly his biological father don't mean that you was doing any of the freak offs. I don't care how many times you recant your stories. Pure survival, Gene Deal. I still believe everything that you and your clip-on kneecaps say during survival.
Don't fall far from the tree, man. You got to realize that. You know, he didn't get all this from his daddy because he didn't know his daddy, even though they try to say his daddy was some big time drug dealer in the whole 9 yards. You understand? He didn't get this from his daddy. You got to realize, man, you know, his mother had a modeling agency, and it was alleged that it was also ladies of the night, a prostitution ring too. Or these ladies was doing things other than modeling.
Wow.
So the apple don't fall far from the tree.
Okay, so if Diddy got all his freaky ways from his mom, I'm not going to sit there and deny that. Pure survival. That's what it sounds like. But Gene Deal, you must take some kind of responsibility. We're going to need a DNA test. Somebody contact Maury Povich, Pure Survival. We need for Maury to do a fraternity test on Gene Deal's kneecaps to see if he's Diddy's biological father. I can't take it no more during survival.
Yeah, so now you got to understand this, and looking at her and some of the stuff that he was saying, and their relationship has changed since I knew them, since I was around them. You understand? This man was talking about that his mother could take her palms and bend over and put them down on the floor. Not bend over, but she could stand straight up and put her palms on the floor, bro.
And allegedly, from according to what Miss Janice is saying, Gene Deal, you know how she could put her fingers on the floor and bust it wide open for a real bodyguard. Pure survival. Salute the celebrity scandalous. OMG. Gene was the bouncer at Janice modeling agency, brother-in-law, when he got her pregno. That's what I'm saying. Allegedly, this shit is kind of nuts. Motherfuckers just think that I'm joking, pure survival. But Gene Deal's kneecaps, she's saying that Diddy has Gene Deal's kneecaps. And he's jealous of their relationship. And this is why he's been exposing her and Diddy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, this is allegedly. We can ask Gene Deal. I don't know if he's going to tell the truth or not, pure survival. But this is wild.
He's saying that about his mother. Who describes any of their mother action like that in a sexual way? And then, you know, I don't know how many dudes do kiss their mother in their mouth when they 50, 60 years old or something like that. That's them. That's their whole thing, man. But that was a little kind of weird for me. And then his mother wore the same white fingernail polish that Cassie described that he liked to see her and other models in.
And this is the behavior that Gene Deal Ben allegedly knew about. Pure Bible. You been knew Miss Janice like to wear the white nails. Gene Deal. This is crazy. You exposing your alleged ex-woman. She's saying allegedly. That's why I keep saying allegedly, Pure Bible, because I don't know if Gene Deal's kneecaps is really the father. But this is what somebody close to Miss Janice, and Miss Janice is saying that this is why Gene Deal keeps trying to expose Diddy. This is out of anger. Their relationship got broken up, Pure Bible, because Diddy found out at 100 and something years old that Gene Deal's kneecaps was allegedly the father. So we must get to the bottom of why Gene Deal's going off on Janice.
I don't know how many dudes do kiss their mother in their mouth when they 50, 60 years old or something like that. That's them, that's their whole thing, man. But that was a little kind of weird for me. And then his mother wore the same white fingernail polish that Cassie described that he liked to see her and other models in when she was describing her lawsuit. And what's crazy to me is that, man, it seemed like him and his mother had this, I don't want to get too deep, man, this Oedipus complex thing.
Now, what is the Oedipus complex? Can y'all tell me in the chat what is the Oedipus complex? Because if Miss Janice is saying that Gene Deal is jealous of her and Diddy's relationship because he wasn't able to be, he was there for him more as a bodyguard than there for him as a father, Pure Bible. So I don't think that if Gene is really allegedly the father, he would be ashamed. This is why it sounds like he blaming everything on Janice because he don't want Diddy Glover's freak off genes to be a part of him. You know what I'm saying? Like you see how he used to be saying he used to yell at Diddy. Diddy was scared of him. Pure Survival. Mother son going together. He's jealous. Now motherfuckers is saying that you jealous, Gene Deal. It sounds like it. Y'all gotta get them likes up. The bodyguard like Whitney in the movie. Yeah. Salute to Miss Pamela Glingo. This is crazy. We are surviving Gene Deal allegedly being Diddy's biological father. This is crazy.
And then his mother wore the same white fingernail polish that Cassie described that he liked to see her and other models in when she was describing her lawsuit. And what's crazy to me is that, man, it seemed like him and his mother had this, I don't want to get too deep, man, this Oedipus complex thing. You know what I mean? And a lot of people go and say, yo, Oedipus complex. Well, let me just tell you a brief story so you'll know. Oedipus it may have been Greek mythology, or it was probably Greek mythology or something like.
Can y'all tell me what that is? Freak off Magalali? Whatever he just say, freak off Magalaki. What is he talking about? What is Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps is talking about right here? Oedipus Magalasi. He said that was Gene super jealous because he was friends before the last freak off. What is he talking about? And the mother still take part in the freak offs. Y'all funny as hell.
I don't want to get too deep, man. This Oedipus complex thing. You know what I mean? And a lot of people go and say, yo, Oedipus complex. Well, let me just tell you a brief story so you'll know. Oedipus it may have been Greek mythology, or it was probably Greek mythology or something like that, but it's a story about a young man that was told that he was going to kill his father and marry his mother.
Wow. Do y'all hear that? Now tell me that that's not odd. We must pay attention, guys. Like I told y'all that this was allegedly. So for the people that come in, oh my God, this is crazy.
Yeah, I know you've been
all this weird ass shit. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. Pure Bible. That's why I said Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy. Pure Bible. But Gene Deal just said that Diddy and his mom was doing some Greek mythology shit to where they was going to kill the father. So if they're saying allegedly Gene Deal is the biological father, why is he worried about them killing the father? You see what I'm saying? Like I had to go through the video, his interviews, so I can put it together to be like, hold on. It does sound kind of, he worried about them killing the father. Pure Survival. If you're not the father, why do you give a damn, Gene Dill?
It's probably Greek mythology or something like that, but it's a story about a young man that was told that he was going to kill his father and marry his mother.
Wow.
So on the way, this young man had grown up, you know, he didn't know that he was an orphan and then was adopted by a family. He thought the family he was with was his mother and father.
Wow, you hear him? He thought, Diddy Glover thought that the family he was with was his mother and father the whole time. Why is Gene Dill in his kneecaps telling you this kind of story? Pure Bible. If Diddy is allegedly is his boy, Diddy Glover is allegedly Gene Dill Jr. Yo, this is funny as fuck. Pure the Bible. Listen to the story that Gene Dill Kneecaps is telling. Y'all got to get them likes to 200. Pure survival.
Mother. So on the way, this young man had grown up, you know, he didn't know that he was an orphan and then was adopted by a family. He thought the family he was with was his mother and father, but it wasn't. So on the way to this town, he gets into an argument with this other man and he kills him.
Wow.
He kills that man. Then he goes into that town. A lady is weeping about her husband, being told that her husband was dead, and he ended up marrying that lady, which was his mother.
Wow, wow. Gene Dill is saying so much in this story right now. Pure survival. Celebrity Scandalous, hit that super chat again. I told y'all, go subscribe to her channel. Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? She's surviving the industry over there too. Janice and Diddy weren't plotting to kill Gene Dill's kneecaps, and he found out. They were plotting, and he found out. I mean, that's why it's kind of crazy. You know what, Celebrity Scandalous? That's why it sounds odd that he's telling this story. His kneecaps might have discovered that they were trying to plot on him.
Mother. So on the way, this young man had grown up, you know, he didn't know that he was an orphan and then was adopted by a family. He thought the family he was with was his mother and father, but it wasn't. So on the way to this town, he gets into an argument with this other man and he kills him.
Wow.
He kills that man. Then he goes into that town. A lady is weeping about her husband, being told that her husband was dead, and he ended up marrying that lady, which was his mother. So Sigmund Freud came up with this thing about this Oedipus complex, about a sexual relationship, whether it's physical or mental, with a mother and a son.
Wow.
So
this whole time that Gene Dill kept talking about the mother and son and saying that Diddy and his mom was allegedly, he's trying to say Diddy and their mom was plotting to kill somebody, pure survival. I don't know if he talking about him, but he also saying that they was having a sexual relationship. And if you allegedly used to be with Miss Janice and you're allegedly Diddy's father, then wouldn't you be jealous if you think that your ex is sleeping with your son? Pure survival. So I don't know, Gene. I'm serious. Pure survival. I had to go through these videos to figure out what do I think. You know what I mean? And I got love for Gene Dill and love for Gene Dill's kneecaps. Gene Dill understand that his name is hot in the algorithm. He know if motherfuckers talk about him, they're going to do numbers. Pure survival. He knows that already. If you don't want to be talked about, you don't want to be in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? He know when Jay-Z, Diddy, any of them, these people doing numbers, he talk about them, he's going to do numbers. Pure survival. Because he's in the public eye. Gene Dill's kneecaps is in the public eye. And now somebody reached out to me and said somebody close to Miss Janice said that allegedly you was Diddy's biological father. So I'm going to address it during survival.
So Sigmund Freud came up with this thing about this Oedipus complex, about a sexual relationship, whether it's physical or mental, with a mother and a son. So I'm looking at his mother and him on the couch, and both of them are getting IVs after one of the Diddy parties.
Wow.
Allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly because I wasn't there and I didn't know. But they showed them both getting IVs on the couch.
And Gene Deal looks so upset. Like if Diddy was his biological father, I mean son, pure survival. Think about, look at his face. I cannot believe my ex is sitting here taking freak off IVs with our child. Pure survival. Oh my God. Gene looks so upset right now as he's explaining this story. You see what I'm saying? Where is the anger? Why is it so much frustration with Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps? Miss Janice said that Diddy got your kneecaps. And I'm telling you, I could believe it. I can believe it, Gene. They saying that Diddy, when Diddy would have these freak offs, it'd just be the top half of his body. Pure survival. And his kneecaps would be in the corner recording the freak off. Diddy had the same special kneecaps that you got, Gene Dill, the clip-on kind. So this is what Miss Janice is saying. Like, I don't know what to say, Gene.
Allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly because I wasn't there and I didn't know. But they showed them both getting IVs on the couch. So my whole thing about this thing is that I'm not saying that she was ever at a freak off. She was ever at that type of party. But you can't tell me Miss Janice Combs, who was always at the regular parties, didn't know nothing about the freak off parties.
Wow. Now you see he's saying you can't tell me that Miss Janice don't know nothing about the freak off parties. Pure Bible. But when everybody's saying, Gene Dill, you work for Diddy Glover, but you don't know nothing about the freak off parties. You saying that she had to be there, pure survival, but why you ain't had to be there? Why were you only standing by the freak off door, Gene Dill? This is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And Miss Janice is saying that you're jealous of her and Diddy Glover's freak off relationship. And this is why you ready to take her son down along with her in her freak off wig. You know what I'm saying? She's saying allegedly you used to love her freak off wig, Gene Dill. This is crazy, guys. And I'm not going to let y'all say that Gene Dill was one of the ones providing the baby oil. I'm not going to let y'all say that. They're talking about a total different bodyguard. I'm not going to let y'all say that Gene Dill has a trunk full of baby oil. Personal Bible. I'm not going to let y'all say that.
Always at the regular parties, didn't know nothing about the freak off parties. This is the same dude, bruh, that used to disrespect his mother.
Whoa.
So I seen the love now that they have for each other only on film and camera. You know, on the YouTube or Instagram.
You see that? He said he sees the love that Diddy Glover and his mother has with each other. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that he's jealous of Diddy and his mom's relationship. Pure survival. Because why is he saying all of this? He see the love, but he wants Diddy to love him the same way that he was loving his mother. Look, we got a lot of 1s in the chat. Pure survival. Oh my God.
This is the same dude, bruh, that used to disrespect his mother. So I seen the love now that they have for each other only on film and camera. You know, on the YouTube or Instagram or wherever they were showing it and stuff like that. But this the same guy that Kirk Burrows once told me he slapped his mother. And I told everybody, had I known he slapped his mother after I told Kirk Burrows, Kirk told me after I straightened his ass out for cussing his mama out. His mother.
Now you see that? Who straightens you out for cussing out your mother? Pure survival. Let's get them likes up, guys. We need to get them likes up to 200. He just said he cussed Diddy out for disrespecting his mother. Who's supposed to do that? Pure survival. Your father, right? He's saying a lot of fatherly ways. You know, look at this.
Instagram or wherever they were showing it and stuff like that. But this the same guy that Kirk Burrows once told me he slapped his mother. And I told everybody, had I known he slapped his mother after I told Kirk Burrows, Kirk told me after I straightened his ass out for cussing his mama out. His mother came in the limousine and he was on the phone and she said, yo, why don't you tell these people like that? And he just cussed her clean out like on some, didn't I tell you to stay out my motherfucking business? And I was like, yo, I was shocked. She didn't say nothing. I said to him, I said, yo, boy, let me tell you something. If you ever cuss your mama again, I'm gonna beat the shit out you.
Wow. Put a 1 in the chat if that sound like a father. Put a 2 in the chat if it don't. Tell me him just saying that if you talk to your mom like that again, I'm going to kick your behind. Pure survival. Gene stepped up as a father and told Diddy, you better not hit my woman again. Pure survival. We got a lot of ones in here, Gene Deal. And we feel as though you did the right thing, pure Bible, by stopping your child, your alleged child, Gene Dill. You know that this will fuck the internet up, pure Bible. If you came out to be Diddy's biological father, everybody will be stunned, pure Bible. I'm telling you. So now we want you to take a fraternity test, Gene Dill. We send one of your kneecaps off to the fraternity place. Matter of fact, take one of your clip-on kneecaps off, send it to Maury Povich, pure survival, and then Maury can ask the jail if the jail can send some of Diddy's DNA. I'm telling you, because this man cussed him out just like a damn father's supposed to. And I'm telling you, Gene, you were doing the right thing right here, pure survival. Like as a dad, as an alleged dad of Diddy, you was doing the right thing. Pure survival.
His mother, after I told Kirk Burroughs, Kirk told me after I straightened his act out for cussing his mama out. His mother came in the limousine and he was on the phone and she said, yo, why don't you tell these people like that? And he just cussed her clean out like on some, didn't I tell you to stay out my motherfucking business? And I was like, yo, I was shocked. She didn't say nothing. I said to him, I said, yo, boy, let me tell you something. If you ever cuss your mama again, I'm gonna beat the shit out you.
Wow.
You ain't gonna bring nothing but bad luck to us treating your mama like that.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's a good father, though. Y'all got to give it to him. That's a good father. That's a good father. He got in Diddy's rear end, like no Diddy, but he got in Diddy's ass at this time. No, but not in the Diddy way. But damn, he told him like, do that shit to your mom again. This is sad.
Yo, I was shocked. She didn't say nothing. I said to him, I said, yo, boy, let me tell you something. If you ever cuss your mama again, I'm gonna beat the shit out you. You ain't gonna bring nothing but bad luck to us treating your mama like that. So I guess he ain't treating his mama like that no more. But I don't have no qualms in her defending her son. I don't have no qualms in her defending her son. You gotta understand that, man. Miss Janice Combs been around for a long time, and she's a trendsetter.
Wow. See, so he's giving Miss Janice, why are you being mean to Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps? He's saying that you are a trendsetter. You've been around for a long time. You about 5,000 and something years old, pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? Gene Deal about 4,900. So he knows y'all been around each other for a long time. And he said that you're a freak off trendsetter. He's giving you credit, Miss Janice, pure survival. You and the wig.
Oh, I guess he ain't treating his mama like that no more. But I don't have no qualms in her defending her son. I don't have no qualms in her defending her son. You got to understand that, man. Miss Janice Combs been around for a long time, and she's a trendsetter. Where you think Little Kim, Mary J. Blige, and the rest of them get that blonde hair from? She popped up in the club with the blonde hair, the nails, the eyelashes, way before they was doing it.
Wow. Do y'all hear that? How did he know that Diddy Glover's mother popped up with the motherfucking this, that, and the third, and she set trends for Foxy Brown, Little Kim, and all of them? Pure survival. So does it sound like Gene Deal may have found her to be appealing once upon a time? Pure survival? He just said it. That Miss Janice set this shit off. She was a trendsetter. She was the freak off motherfucker who Diddy got his ways from. So it seems as though if Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps, allegedly Diddy's biological father, it seemed like he's clearing his name, basically letting the world know that Diddy ain't get none of this shit from me. Pure survival. It was all Miss Janice and her freak off wig. It was all Miss Janice and her freak off wig during survival, but she's still a trendsetter. She still used to be able to bust it wide open for a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? So Gene Deal, man, I don't know what to say. Pure survival. I just don't. Y'all got to get them likes up.
Long time, and she's a trendsetter. Where you think Little Kim, Mary J. Blige, and the rest of them get that blonde hair from? She popped up in the club with the blonde hair, the nails, the eyelashes, way before they was doing it. People used to think that she was Lil' Kim's mama, or Lil' Kim was trying to be her daughter, because they used to say they look alike.
Wow. So he's saying that Miss Janice could have been, Little Kim could have been Miss Janice's daughter too. It's a lot of relations that's going on. I just don't know, Gene. Like you said, stepfather, but I just don't know. I don't know how to think about this.
I could have been Puff's step daddy. Gene Deal, I could have been Puff's step daddy.
Why would that man say that, guys? Why would he make that his thumbnail? Pure survival. And Diddy Glover tried to reach out to him as a son. And Gene Deal, before Diddy got locked up, I think he tried to reach out to Gene Deal to work it out. But Gene Deal didn't want nothing to do with Diddy at the time. Look,
I threw somebody else to try to get in contact with me, telling me enough is enough. Oh,
Diddy tried to contact Gene Deal and his kneecaps. Because like I said, if this is his alleged dad, Diddy said enough is enough. With this telling on me stuff, Pure Survival, you're my dad and I want to work it out. But Gene Deal didn't want to talk to him at this time. Pure Survival.
Her bandmate from Dirty Money, she called the other group member Don 58 times trying to get her to stop the lawsuit against Diddy.
She ain't the only one he was trying to get in contact with. You understand? He sent somebody through somebody else to try to get in contact with me, telling me enough is enough. Oh, okay. You tell Big Mama that enough is enough. You can't tell Wolf Mama enough is enough. You tell D-Ferg Mama enough is enough.
And I get all of that, Gene, but as an alleged father, you still, like if your son's trying to reach out to you, if Diddy's your son and he's trying to reach out to you, Pure Survival, we understand he made mistakes. He's suffering the consequences. He just wants you to be a father. Pure Survival.
You understand? You tell all those people who supported you and they survivors, enough is enough.
You didn't tell me about that. So he tried to get somebody to reach out to you?
No, I got a phone call from Kirk Burrows. And Kirk Burrows, and I ain't gonna give this guy no play. Not Kirk Burrows, but one of the Puff dudes that I know that's real close to him said, Kirk told me if he want to reach out to you, Gene, he want to speak to you. I said, speak to me for what?
Speak to him for what? Diddy Glover wanted to talk to his dad. Oh my God. And Gene didn't want to talk to his alleged son.
Real close to him said, Kirk told me if he want to reach out to you, Gene, he want to speak to you. I said, speak to me for what? What do you want to speak to me for? If he's trying to speak to me, it's for Puff. Point blank. I know the dude. I know how close he is to Puff. He's been with Puff from day one. So he ain't got nothing to say to me, bro.
But Gene, you got to think about this. We all as kids, we grow up, we make mistakes. You talking to him, I know it's going to be embarrassing. But did he just want you to be a father? And I know you embarrassed Gene Deal, but the boy got your kneecaps. You need to give him another chance. Gene, give him one more 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 chance.
What do you want to speak to me for? If he's trying to speak to me, it's for Puff. Point blank. I know the dude. I know how close he is to Puff. He's been with Puff from day one. So he ain't got nothing to say to me, bro. But Kirk Burrows did say to me that the dude said enough is enough. When do it becomes enough? Yo, because bro, listen, I didn't ask to be put in this situation. You understand?
You didn't ask to be put in this situation, Gene Deal, but Diddy Glover didn't ask to be on this earth. Pure survival. So you can't talk about this situation. That boy didn't ask to be here. Nobody's supposed to be here. So you saying about this situation, pure survival, but you're not saying that Diddy didn't ask you to bring him to this world. They're saying allegedly it was a freak off, and you allegedly clapped his mother's cheeks during survival. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing. This whole thing where everybody's saying Diddy's biological father is supposed to have passed away during survival, but now I'm hearing something different, Gene. And I know you're gonna go live, pure survival. You know what I mean? Because motherfuckers gonna come over there. Even, your fan base gonna come over here. Oh, shut up, fuck you. Gene didn't do nothing, pure survival. Gene Diddy is not Gene's. And I'm sitting there saying, I don't know if he's Diddy. You know what I mean? But he kind of resembled Diddy, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And this is allegedly. But my whole thing is, when Gene Deal addressed this on his channel, Pure Survival, if he know damn well Diddy ain't his son, he won't say nothing about it. Pure Survival. But if he think, you know what I mean, that y'all got a clue, he's going to address it. Pure Survival.
Yo, because bro, listen, I didn't ask to be put in this situation. You understand? And a lot of people ain't gonna understand this. Because a lot of people wouldn't give up what I've given up to be in this situation.
Did y'all understand what that means? Y'all don't know what he had to give up to be in this situation. So if Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps is allegedly Diddy's father, what did he have to give up? You know what I'm saying? What did he have to give up? Fatherhood? That's what it sounds like, pure survival.
You understand? And a lot of people ain't gonna understand this. Because a lot of people wouldn't give up what I've given up to be in this situation. You understand? My whole thing about it is, when you lean on right, you ain't gonna never turn to wrong.
See, so Gene Deal to me, if he is Diddy's alleged father, it sounds like Gene Deal is embarrassed of Diddy's ways, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Like, that's what it sounds like. And as a father, you guys out there will be upset too if you're you know what I mean? You would be upset too if your son ended up like this. You know what I'm saying? And you would be embarrassed. So we must be understanding of what Gene Deal is going through. You know what I'm saying? As a father. You know what I'm saying? Because Gene, what we're gonna say is Miss Janice ruined his life. It wasn't you or your kneecaps, Gene. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta bring this to the surface, sir. I understand the embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be proud if Diddy Glover was allegedly my son or my son. Pure survival. Once upon a time, if Diddy was your son, that'd have been like banging. You know what I'm saying? No Diddy, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But now that we know all of these alleged things, and the fact that the stuff you've been telling us about him, like now it's like, damn, is this the reason why? But Gene, look, Miss Janice was the problem. It wasn't you. Pure survival, it wasn't you.
It's heartbreaking to see her son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies.
I don't know how many dudes do kiss their mother in their mouth when they 50, 60 years old or something like that. But you can't tell me Miss Janice Combs, who was always at the regular parties, didn't know nothing about the freak-off parties.
You do not know what the feds know. You don't know if you are in those videos. You don't know whether you are a part of these criminal acts.
Wow. So I don't know if it's that. You see what this woman just said, pure survival, that you don't even know if you're in the freak off tapes. So I don't know if this father, this alleged my son thing, or why you neglecting this boy, pure survival, because don't nobody knows who's on these freak off tapes. You know what I'm saying? And Diddy mom kissing him at 100 and something years old, pure the Bible, is very sick. But everybody, you gotta understand, is afraid because they don't know who's on these freak off tapes. Pure the Bible. He don't know if his kneecaps or, you know what I mean? This is wild right now.
You do not know what the feds know. You don't know if you are in those videos. You don't know whether you are a part of these criminal acts. So I would suggest shut it up.
Now, you raised a son who is still a little boy, who is afraid of displeasing you, so he does everything that you tell him to do. You've crippled him, and that is not parenting.
Ever since Diddy's arrest, the world has been buzzing with opinions about him. But one thing no one except his lawyers has ever said is Diddy is innocent. That is, until now. Diddy's own mother has stepped forward to defend him, or at least we can say the things she said are now backfiring at Diddy and might increase his sentence to a few more years. Diddy's mother took a stand and visited her son on...
And she's taking a stance. We are surviving Miss Janice freak off wig, and we are surviving her allegedly accusing Gene Deal of being Diddy Glover's father. So basically, they're trying to say Miss Janice is trying to say that Diddy Glover's freak off son with the long giraffe neck, pure survival, is Gene Deal's grandson. Allegedly. If she's saying that Diddy's his, then she's saying that this long giraffe neck, King Combs, pure survival, I better not hear y'all say no Diddy. Nobody talk about my dad, because my dad, if I hear y'all say no Diddy. So he's saying that this is Gene Deal's grandboy. Pure survival.
Thursday last week. But let's be real, her visit to Diddy was not a pretty good idea, as she was humiliated by paparazzis calling out, "Your son is a monster."
He tried to kill me one night in New York City. He's a monster.
We all know she's his mom, and if anyone was going to come to his rescue, it would be her, right? However, rumors are swirling that she may know more than she's letting on about what really happened. After all, many people speculated that as Diddy's mother, she holds some deep knowledge about what Diddy went through during his early days in Hollywood, especially...
See, so Janice knows deep secrets of what Diddy went through and what's going on. Pure survival. Salute the celebrity scandalous. Hit that motherfucker super chat 3 times. Pure survival. Thank you so much. I purchased one of Janice freak off wigs on eBay. Pure survival. Yeah, I mean, celebrity scandalous got one of Miss Janice freak off wigs on eBay during survival.
happened. After all, many people speculated that as Diddy's mother, she holds some deep knowledge about what Diddy went through during his early days in Hollywood, especially under the mentorship of Clive Davis. And let's just say Clive Davis isn't exactly in the best light himself these days. So what did Diddy's mom actually say, and how did she react to Diddy's being changed?
See, and Clive Davis is the one that was allegedly clapping Diddy Glover's cheeks, who put him in the position that he was in during survival. Clive Davis. Him and his shitty Pampers.
Of Clive Davis. And let's just say Clive Davis isn't exactly in the best light himself these days. So what did Diddy's mom actually say, and how did she react to Diddy's being chained inside a prison cell? And what is the deal with Clive Davis's gay affair pictures with P. Diddy?
And look, them two right there, pure survival. This was Diddy's sugar daddy, pure survival. Not the daddy, but the sugar daddy. You know what I'm saying? And you got some fathers that wouldn't be proud to know that allegedly this man right here was putting his little wrinkled pink pecker all on your son during survival. So I see why a father would not want to be the father of Diddy Glover right now with all these allegations during survival. Like, if I know that my son got his cheeks clapped by Clive Davis, I'm not going to want to claim him either. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy.
So what did Diddy's mom actually say, and how did she react to Diddy's being chained inside a prison cell? And what is the deal with Clive Davis's gay affair pictures with P. Diddy? Hold on, because I'm going to cover it later in this video. At the age of 84, Diddy's mom has finally addressed all the speculations about Diddy we all have been waiting for. Janice Smallcombs has stepped in to defend him, or more likely to submit the details of Diddy's disturbing childhood and why he became...
See, and y'all got to understand, during survival, if this allegedly happened, what Miss Janice is saying, if they're saying that she's 84 in fake years, pure survival, and Gene Deal is 60 right now. Gene Deal is 60, and I think his kneecaps is like 700, maybe 800 years old, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But so she got Gene Deal by so many years. So Gene Deal could have been a victim of Miss Janice and her freak off wig. Pure Bible. So we must pray for Gene Deal's kneecaps. Look, the lounge, my baby said 84. Yes, 84 years old. Pure Bible. And if Gene is 60, so she must have allegedly took advantage of him. This is crazy, guys. Prayers for Gene Deal and prayers for Gene Deal's kneecaps.
To Diddy's being chained inside a prison cell. And what is the deal with Clive Davis's gay affair pictures with P. Diddy? Hold on, because I'm going to cover it later in this video. At the age of 84, Diddy's mom has finally addressed all the speculations about Diddy we all have been waiting for. Janice Smallcombs has stepped in to defend him, or more likely to submit the details of Diddy's disturbing childhood and why he became a man he is today. She acknowledged that her son isn't perfect and has made mistakes in the past, as we all have, but firmly stated that he's not guilty of the current allegations against him. She said, "It is heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies." Now her statements have left the fans in confusion, as they couldn't understand with plenty of evidence.
And this is why she's saying that she's mad at Gene Deal. She said, my son is innocent and my son is being guilty created by stories that are lies. So she's saying that Gene Deal, if he want to tell y'all all this bad stuff about my son, tell the world that allegedly he's the father. This is wild, guys. Pure survival. This is wild.
Childhood and why he became a man he is today. She acknowledged that her son isn't perfect and has made mistakes in the past, as we all have, but firmly stated that he's not guilty of the current allegations against him. She said, "It is heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies." Now her statements have left the fans in confusion, as they couldn't understand with plenty of evidence against him what truth did people not know about him. Making it big in the music industry was quite a challenge for P. Diddy, but no matter what, he made it, bursting onto the music scene in the 90s and taking the industry by storm. Right there with him was media mogul and entertainment legend Clive Davis. For years, people have speculated about whether their relationship was more than just mentor and protege, or...
And Gene Deal also spoke about Diddy Glover and his secret gay love affair with Clive Davis. I think he said something about Clive Davis, Pure Survival. So Gene been talking about this for years. So now we must see how personal this is. That this man has been exposing Diddy for 10 years, but we've never heard, allegedly, that he could possibly be Diddy's father. Pure survival. And he looks just like Gene. He looked like Gene. I'm telling you, he looked like Gene.
Something more. Now, Clive has openly admitted to having relationships with men in the industry, and recent rumors suggest that Diddy may have had...
Wow, this is crazy, man. Like, I'm blown away, guys. Y'all don't understand. When I got the information, I said, hold on, let me look back at Gene Deal's relationship with you know what I mean, all the stuff Gene was saying. And I'm like, damn. So if Miss Janice and people close to her saying Gene Deal is scorned, it does kind of sound like that. Like he mad because they got a better relationship. Diddy and her and not him. This is crazy.
Entertainment legend Clive Davis. For years, people have speculated about whether their relationship was more than just mentor and protege or something more. Now, Clive has openly admitted to having relationships with men in the industry, and recent rumors suggest that Diddy may have had intimate connections with some powerful figures too. So, is there truth to this, that Clive and Diddy had something deeper than a business relationship or friendship? Well, it depends on who you ask. If you ask if Diddy slept with Clive when he was just starting with his music career, comedian Eddie Griffin said it already in an interview that Diddy was smashing Clive.
They sacrificed Diddy. They said, nigga, you gotta take this shit because we can't be involved.
Wow, shout out to Eddie Griffins. Eddie Griffins said that motherfucking Diddy, his tasty cakes was sacrificed to Clive Davis. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? It was sacrificed to Clive Davis. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, guys.
But Diddy's smart. He filmed every session. So he was 5 and fucking freak boy that run Universal Music Group. So he got them on some tapes. Now that's why they raided the house, because they got friends in Homeland Security and the feds. And they said, get there and get them tapes from this nigga. He trying to blackmail us. That's what I believe is going on.
Anyway,
and Gene was saying, Eddie Griffiths was talking about the fires. Y'all know how the fires was set, like out of nowhere, Pure Survival, that they've been trying to allegedly burn down evidence. That's what he was talking about. Let's get them likes up, guys. Pure Survival.
They said, nigga, you gotta take this shit because we can't be involved. But Diddy's smart. He filmed every session. So he was 5 and fucking freak boy that run Universal Music Group. So he got them on some tapes. Now that's why they raided the house, because they got friends in Homeland Security and the feds. And they said, get there and get them tapes from this nigga. He trying to blackmail us. That's what I believe is going on.
Wow.
Anyway, Eddie was not the only one speaking of Diddy's fruity affairs. Rapper Suge Knight once claimed that Clive and Diddy were lovers. Suge recalls a time when he walked into executive Jimmy Iovine's office at Westwood Interscope and overheard something he probably wasn't supposed to. On a March episode of his podcast, Collect Call with Suge Knight, he shared this memory with listeners. He recalled, "We in the office, in the Westwood Interscope office." He began, "I walked in Jimmy's office. I didn't have to knock on the door. We was having a conversation and he overheard somebody say something he probably shouldn't have heard." He continued. He said, "I'm here because Clive Davis told me that him and Puffy's real tight and, lovers. So I thought he was talking
Wow.
like..."
See, even Suge Knight been talking about the love affair. Suge Knight been talking about the love affair. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why it's just crazy. Like you just never know what to believe in this industry. You just don't. So like I said to y'all, I don't know if Gene Deal is the father, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But for him to go off on Jay-Z, and Jay-Z ain't going to do nothing about his kid, if Diddy is a possibility, he need to do the same thing with Diddy. Pure
Gene
survival.
Deal been Puff's step daddy. Gene Deal, I could have been Puff's step daddy.
Wow, is Gene Deal trying to tell us something? Y'all got to understand, his kneecaps is speaking out. His kneecaps is speaking out.
Gene Deal, I could have been Puff's step daddy.
Wow. Gene Deal, I could have been Puff's, you know how you say Puff's stepdaddy, but then you get mad at Jay-Z.
And is claiming to be his son. His mother was 15 when she conceived him and had him at 16. And Jay refused to do a blood test or anything like that. And all of a sudden, when this has gotten real big and Tony Bugsby had taken the kid's case, the kid just got arrested for having...
So if he's talking about Jay-Z, which I've been told y'all, I told Jay-Z wrong for denying Ramir, pure survival. If there is a possibility, I don't know. I remember Gene Deal saying he never clapped Miss Janice cheeks out of his own mouth, pure survival. He said he never clapped Diddy Glover's mother's cheeks, but she did try to clap his, pure survival. But you are right. Jay-Z needs to step up and take care of his. But if this is true, Gene, you need to step up for Diddy Glover, pure survival.
I'm just asking everybody, all the judges, or anybody who's working.
So anybody in the industry, if you got a kid and you're not trying to be responsible for the motherfucker, pure survival, I'm going to highlight it. Let's get them likes up to motherfucker 400. So we're going to tell Jay-Z, Jay-Z, you got a son right here, look just like you, pure survival. You need to step up for your boy too.
No fingers. I'm just asking everybody, all the judges, or anybody who's working on the case to do what's right and do their job the correct way, even if you overlook something or didn't see something. Everybody makes mistakes, as I said before, but it's time to actually do your job and look at everything and get it correct, because you cannot use fraud to continue anything in this world. You can't use fraud to help you get forward in life. Then try to continue on your fraud. It's crazy. It really is.
And Jay-Z was denying this boy because his mother was 15, pure survival, when Jay-Z allegedly got her pregnant during survival. And y'all know what Jay-Z's hair looked like. Look at his hair. The roots is growing out of Ramel's hair. Pure survival. I don't understand how these men could deny their kids. Miss Janice said that Diddy got Gene Deal's kneecaps. If anything, I would have checked them kneecaps, Gene. You should have looked at Diddy's kneecaps at least to give it a benefit of the kneecap doubt. Just like Jay-Z, this poor boy is growing this shit coming out his hair, and he got to get motherfucking seashells to put at the end of the tips. Pure survival. This is sad.
Crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, collusion. Who knows what it's for? Money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in a courtroom feeling like we're already that we did nothing wrong.
Y'all, Jay-Z's SA lawsuit is shaping up to be a bigger nightmare and headache than he could have ever expected, because it's starting to have some more severe consequences than anybody could have expected. At first, we thought that the case would have ended with a settlement in millions of dollars, but what we did not expect was that multiple people would come forward with fresh allegations, and one of the new claims is coming from his alleged son, Rymir Satterthwaite.
And Gene, you were right. Jay-Z should step up for his alleged son too, pure survival. You know what I mean? And I think that, if this is true, you know what I mean, then allegedly you need to step up for Diddy at this moment, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, like, I don't know what's true or what's not during survival. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, Gene has been exposing Diddy for the last 10 years. And if Miss Janice is saying that this is why, pure survival, this is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. Shut up, look at her now. She cracking up laughing. Pure survival. My baby cracking up laughing. She already knew I was gonna do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Pure survival. So, like I said, if Gene go on his channel and address this, then y'all know that it may be some truth to it. Pure survival. But if it's not, then he'll just laugh this off. If he think about this, I'm saying that allegedly Gene Deal is Diddy's biological son. You know what I'm saying? Instantly, if I know that Diddy ain't my son, I will burst out laughing during survival. Soon as I hear that shit, I'ma burst out laughing. What? A motherfucker said that I'm Diddy's fucking dad. But if I get upset, then that means that it got to be something with that. This got to be some of the funniest shit ever. Even me hearing allegedly about this with Gene Deal, I bursted out laughing. I bursted out laughing instantly. Because I was like, damn, Gene has been exposing, you know what I'm saying, Gene details about Miss Janice and Diddy's relationship for a long time. So I find it mighty freak off strange. I find it mighty freak off strange during survival. Salute to everybody in the goddamn building. That's what I'm talking about, Joseph. Motherfucker Joseph said you funny. That's all they need to know. For real. Pure survival. And me and Gene Dill, we have ties, goddammit. Gene Dill know who I am. Pure survival. So, he done threatened to beat me up many times. So if this ain't true, he should be threatening me by later on today. At least by tomorrow, pure survival. But if it ain't true, then like I said, he'll laugh at it. But if it is, and he come back all angry, talking about he gonna fuck me up, pure survival, then y'all know that it's some fucking truth there. You know what I'm saying?
The depression, his mother was trying to do something, and his mother was saying something, and then slapped his mom. I said, yo.
Just when we thought this mess with Diddy couldn't get no worse, his ex-bodyguard Gene Deal has entered the chat once again, and he just spilled some major tea about the bizarre relationship that Diddy has with his mom, Janice Combs. Now there have already...
And that's why Miss Janice is saying, why is Gene Deal and his kneecaps keep exposing our bizarre relationship? Won't Gene Deal tell y'all about him and Diddy Glover's bizarre relationship? You know what I'm saying? This is crazy.
Do something, and his mother was saying something, and then slapped his mom. I said, yo.
Just when we thought this mess with Diddy couldn't get no worse, his ex-bodyguard Gene Deal has entered the chat once again, and he just spilled some major tea about the bizarre relationship that Diddy has with his mom, Janice Combs. Now, there have already been rumors that Janice was allegedly joining Diddy in his freak-off sessions, but Gene also claims that Diddy would sometimes put his hands on her and become very aggressive when he saw Janice talking to any other man. According to Gene, the real reason why Diddy fired him in the first place was because Janice was making inappropriate advances toward him. And this...
Now, y'all hear that? Gene said that Diddy fired him because his mom was making inappropriate freak-off advances during survival. So that's already sexual conversations. Allegedly. This is what he said that he got fired for. So their relationship ended over Gene Deal and Gene Deal's mother. Yeah, and Diddy Glover's mother. Something happened, but Gene only gave his side of the story, pure survival. And sources close to Janice is telling a whole different story.
Janice talking to any other man. According to Gene, the real reason why Diddy fired him in the first place was because Janice was making inappropriate advances toward him, and this infuriated the hell out of Diddy. Chill, this explains a lot, because if Diddy is capable of treating his own mother like this, then of course he has no problem going out into the world and mistreating the other women in his life. Now, for those of y'all...
Now, y'all didn't see them dance moves? If you ever watched Gene Deal on his YouTube channel, tell me that Diddy wasn't doing the dance that Gene Deal does. He has your dance moves, Gene. This is crazy.
This explains a lot, because if Diddy is capable of treating his own mother like this, then of course he has no problem going out into the world and mistreating...
Look, he has your dance moves. Gene Deal, the boy, look just like you. Oh my God. Pure the Bible. Look at Diddy's kneecaps. Gene Deal, look at those kneecaps. Now you're going to sit there and tell us that those kneecaps do not look like your kneecaps, Gene Deal. Pure the Bible. You're going to deny these kneecaps? Oh! Where is Maury Povich when we need him? Pure the Bible. Those look like Gene Deal's kneecaps when Gene Deal's kneecaps was younger during survival. This is crazy, guys. Gene Deal's denying Diddy Glover's freak off kneecaps.
To Diddy. Chill, this explains a lot, because if Diddy is capable of treating his own mother like this, then of course he has no problem going out into the world and mistreating the other women in his life. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, Gene was one of the first people to speak on Diddy's sinister behavior before Cassie even came out with her lawsuit, but he's been doing a lot more talking recently. And this time, he spilled the tea about the crazy relationship between Diddy and his mom, Janice. But before we get into all that, I think I should give y'all a little background story on Janice and Diddy's relationship, because it was messed up right from Diddy's childhood, specifically after Diddy...
Now we got a picture of Gene. If any of y'all can pull up a picture of Gene Deal and a picture of his kneecaps and Janice, and look at this is Diddy Glover. If you put Diddy's face next to Gene Deal and next to Gene Deal's kneecaps and Miss Janice, the boy kind of resembled during survival. Like he kind of... Listen, I'm not going to keep, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to wait for Gene Deal's kneecaps to respond, Pure Survival, because I know for a fact he's going to respond. You know what I'm talking about? He's going to give me exactly what I want. No Diddy. But he will respond during survival. Garen motherfucker T. Gene Deal is going to come on here and cuss me smooth out, and I'm going to be cracking up laughing when he does. Praise the Bible. But he tried to be a good father, allegedly, to Diddy. If not a father, he tried to be a father figure.
1 point for it. But he didn't know he was also getting physical with her until Kirk spilled the tea.
Have you spoke to anybody at Bad Boys since the news broke of Diddy and Cassie?
Well, I spoke to Kirk Barrows, and he told me some shit, bro. It's some things that I didn't even know about way back in the past. You know, like when told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie and the way he treated women when he slapped his mother. And I was like, he did what? And Kirk Barrows said, yeah. I just thought because of what he was going through with the, you know, the tragedy, it was like, I was stuck on stupid for a minute, but he was like, yeah, I thought that he would grow out of it.
See, look, and then look. That's all the Diddy be in the pictures. He be like, that's Diddy Glover's face right there. Oh my God, he got his face. Look how his lip poke out. Oh, Pure Survival.
Or it was just because all he was going through when he slapped his own mother. I said, Kirk, let me tell you something. I said, Kirk, don't you remember what I told you when he cussed his mother out? And I think you was even there, Kirk. When we was getting in the limousine, he cussed his mother out. He told his mother to stay out of his mofo business. And I told him, man, you ever talk to your mother? You remember that situation? He said, yeah. I said, Kirk, why you didn't tell me then that he cussed that he slapped his mother? Because if you'd have told me to slap his mother, I'd have shot him, Kirk. He was like,
Gene Deal just said if he would have told him that Diddy slapped his mom, he would have beat the shit out of Diddy. Sound like a father to me.
It's just a kid. This came from Kirk Barrows' mouth himself. I was like, yo, that's... I remember we was in the car. It was me, Puff, and his mother got in the car with us. And we was in the limousine. We was was it 20 West 19th Street or 5 West 19th Street? That was the first bad boy office when they came into Manhattan. Not the Scarsdale shit. I'm talking when they got the first official bad boy office in Manhattan. Yo, his mother got in the car. He was on the phone talking about somebody or something. And then he said to his mother, yo, didn't I tell you to stay out my MF business? Yo, I want to snatch the shadow off him.
So he wanted to snatch the shadow off of Diddy Glover for saying to Miss Janice, did not tell you to mind your effing business. Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps wanted to snatch the freak off shadow out of Diddy. Now you telling me, you know what I'm saying, pure survival. If that don't sound like the father saying, if you disrespect my woman again, motherfucker, your mother, my woman, my goddamn tenderoni, pure survival, my kitty cat, real, we're gonna have a problem. So like I said, guys, I don't know. This is all alleged. And the only thing Gene Deal said to that where I can be like, damn, I don't know if this shit true or not. He said he could have been Diddy's stepdad. That's close enough. Pure survival.
Gene Deal, I could have been Puff's step daddy. Gene Deal, I could have been Puff's step daddy.
Wow. That's all I'm going to say. So we'll figure it out. That's all I'm going to say to the Manamaku side. Because I know for a fact that Gene Deal and Gene Deal's kneecaps will return. Oh, y'all better believe it. Pure survival. That mother, he can't stand me. He already told me, look, I come to one of your comedy shows, motherfucker. He said on there, look, I'm going to heckle you. But I'm really feeling like if I, Gene Deal come and see me live, and come charging the stage and shit like a motherfucking bull dagger, pure survival, trying to tackle me. Like the one dude tried to tackle Dave Chappelle, pure survival. Him and his kneecaps come running up that motherfucker. I swear to God, I'm gonna take off running. Pure survival. But them kneecaps is fast. Cause the kneecaps, Gene Deal could take the kneecaps off and they can run like extra faster than him. Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? So you just can't get away from them knees like that. You get the running and them knees. You running, but the knees is haul assing. Pure survival. It's a difference from a run and a haul ass. You running, but his kneecaps is haul assing. Pure survival. And they talk. Gene Deal's kneecaps talk. Get back here, motherfucker. Like pure survival. But like I said, salute to everybody. Smash that like button. My Instagram, Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy. Follow me and I'll follow you back. If you want to get your Pure Survival merch, go to www.puresurvivalmerch.com. You know what I mean? And get yours. And if you want to become a member, hit the members joint and guarantee you, everybody, even Gene Deal, like his, people that follow him, because we got the same type people, Pure Survival, Gene will respond to this. And trust me, it's going to be funny. So we want to be watching him as soon as he go live after this. So we'll find out the truth and hear what he got to say about it. Pure survival.